All right, guys, there's some landscaping going on down the road, so I apologize for that, but we actually got a special guest today. This is really cool. He actually just got a new car, a car that I haven't really done any research on or heard anything about. This is the Hyundai Elantra N. He said it's rated about 280 something horsepower. When Devin was driving by me when he first got here, I thought this was like a 23 Type R. This thing is really cool looking. I popped up from behind my car. I was like, what the heck? I think we're actually going to be doing a quick badge recolor and Elantra delete on the rear end of it. Look at the caliper. That thing's sick. I don't know too much about it at all. One of my favorite things though, I don't know if you guys can see it, there's a N decal on the caliper. Wicked cool. Pretty nice red trim. Dev said he was deciding between black and gray for the color. He went with gray. Would you say 280 something? 286. 286. Hopefully we can maybe have the hood pops here, take a quick look, and then we're gonna get to work on some mods. So these are just stickers?
Yeah, I mean, there's some sort of adhesive behind there, but we'll heat it up, get floss, pull it, use the glue gun to get the adhesive off.
Okay. Yeah, there's no like pegs that stick into the trunk with a hole. Oh, that's awesome. How about this one?
We don't know.
Okay. Stop. That's so sick. Guys, so we are on our test drive on our way to get Al for some dinner, and unfortunately the car is really no better. I mean, it's a little better. The shifts feel a little smoother with that new OEM mount, but we still have that front end shake, and it's tracking the road weird. Like if the road is tilted to the right, the car will kind of track right. If the road's tilted to the left, car will track left. So my guess is this is probably a bad CV joint in one of the new axles that we just put in the car. And I'm really tired of working on this thing. I want to work on the RSX, so I think it's gonna have to go to Uncle Tim for some diag so we can get this thing driving nice and smooth like it should be. I am glad that we did what we did because it means that we did everything that we can. I could do the axles again. I really don't want to be honest with you guys. That job was not fun. Truthfully, I think I kind of over-tightened my fill plug a little bit. Uncle Tim's got all the resources, all the tools, and all the knowledge to deal with that. So I think I'm just gonna let him have this thing for a little bit. I do feel kind of defeated. You guys know I like to do everything myself on these things, or at least as much as I can, but I like to think of this car as more of a collaborative effort between me and Uncle Tim. He's already done the timing chain in this car. Like I said, we didn't get to the lip today, guys, which is a little bit of a bummer. We did get to work on a brand new car. That was like the first time ever, I guess, like kind of modding a brand new car, so that was awesome. It was really great to see Devin and work on that Elantra N. I think those cars are super cool. It's the first one I've ever seen. It's actually my first time even hearing of them, so super neat. Oh, Mugen Civic just drove by. JDM inverted Civic or whatever. That thing was really cool.
What do you want? 20 bucks?
Oh, hey, honey.
It's real life GTA. That was squat.
Gotta get the angles. The last airbenders, dude. You gotta get all them angs.
Yeah, that was quite the squat.
So Al is super nervous because it's about an hour before close at this restaurant. So let me know down in the comments, how late do you guys think is acceptable to go to a restaurant before it closes? I say it's good to show up at least until like a half hour before it closes. Everyone's looking at me, uh-oh.
Guys, Al yelled at me for vlogging in the parking lot.
No, I didn't.
Everybody was looking at me.
I support your dreams.
And I don't care about the people, not Al. I like that she supports my dreams. That's
good. You want to get views? Oh, wait.
You look like a president.
Not smart enough for that.
AD behind the can today.
Here, I'll get an intro real quick.
I got his underwear by accident.
You're like getting stuff out of the car and she's like, what's going on, guys? I'm not sure if this is the beginning of a new video or if it's gonna get tacked onto the last one, but we are back with Devin's brand new Elantra N, and we are gonna be blacking out the badges, both front and rear. Super stoked about this. Let's get right to work. Alright guys, so pro tip that we figured out here, we went for a stronger piece of floss because we kept breaking it, pulling it too hard, but we found what actually worked the best was a little bit of seesaw action here just to get through the glue. So there's glue on the outsides here, or 3M double-sided tape usually, something similar. So what we're doing is we're working our way through that right now, and then we'll get to some posts that are kind of clipped into the bumper. I think the Hondas have screws on the other side of these. Hopefully, or Dev says these ones don't have screws on them, so that should be a lot easier. The problem is I don't have strong enough floss. It keeps breaking when I pull it through, but we're making progress. Just take a little more glue off these parts. boys, you'll bubble the paint. It's still stuck down here, that's why. Oh, sorry, buddy. That's so much glue. Oh, man. Well, I just went inside to get some clay, and Devin's like more than halfway through getting the glue off this, so we're actually looking pretty good. I'm gonna hop on the back real quick, wash it up, hit it with some floss, and we'll hopefully have both of these badges off in enough time to spray them. Looks like we actually have some clear skies out there, so things are looking pretty good. And we'll have some gloss black emblems here on this Elantra end. Guys, as you can see, the rear is now off as well. Devin's working on the glue from the back badge. I am gonna be taking care of any glue that ended up on the inside of the badges themselves, and then we are gonna paint these things, get them back on the car. We are going with gloss black. We're gonna see how they look. We can always remove them again if we end up wanting to go with a matte finish in the long run, but for now we're gonna go with gloss black. I am gonna sand these things up with like 1,000, 1,500, something in that range, just to scuff them a little bit so the paint adheres. We're gonna hit them. We got a paint and primer all in one, just to get some color on there, and then we're gonna reinstall them with some 3M double-sided, laid in there just like this. All right, guys, little update for you. Unfortunately, it looks like we are about to run out of time. We had a lot of glue both under the badges on the paint and behind the badges on the backside, so it took us a little bit to get everything clean. We're just gonna give her one final wash, and then Dev actually has some paint correction that's gonna be done tomorrow before it gets its final ceramic coat, so we have a little bit of time to change the color on the badges, so we're fine there. We are gonna let him take this without the badges on it. We're gonna finish up the badges another day, and I'll see you guys in that next clip. All right, guys, so we're out here with Dev's badges. We're gonna hit this just with a little bit of 1000 grit, just to scuff up the surface, just so that the paint and the primer have a little bit to grab onto. We're not looking to create any scratches here, no gorges or anything like that, just a little bit of texture so that the paint can grab on. I do have some 1500 and 2000 if it's necessary, but we're gonna prime it first, take a look at the texture, make sure everything's smooth, and then we'll do a final coat. All right, guys, so I'm not sure how good it's gonna come out on camera, but this is what we're looking for when I say just a little bit of texture. We're not looking to make any deep scratches, but just a little bit of something for the paint to grab onto. And then the back hasn't been touched yet, so hopefully you guys can see a difference here. Once they're both all textured up, we're gonna hit them both with primer, make sure that there's no scratches in them, and then we can go with our final. All right, guys, important step that I actually forgot about before we spray here. We're actually gonna cut up some 3M adhesive double-sided tape just to lay in these grooves where our OEM strips, I guess, were. We're gonna make sure we have solid mounting points for the badge, probably right around the outside, and then maybe one strip on the inside. We don't have to go too crazy with this, but we do need some double-sided tape before we spray. And there we are, guys, finished product. We got a whole bunch of 3M strips all laid out, kind of mimicking what we had for OEM glue strip. I just test fitted the front on the car too. It looks really nice because the body lines kind of come up around the edges of the badge. So we are looking good. We're gonna start spraying. All right, guys, we are on our second coat of primer here. We're looking pretty good. There's a few spots of chrome that are poking up, but that's okay. We have a gloss paint and primer here that we're gonna throw on. So we're gonna start with some light coats of this. Now, I do wanna show you guys a pro tip. If you are using a rattle can, make sure you tip it upside down before you spray whatever you're spraying and clear out the nozzle, just so that if you have any beads in there, they'll come out, and then you can start spraying. We're just admiring the paint protection here, guys, or the ceramic coat that the guys did over at, I don't know what the name of the business is. Do you know the name?
Unique Car Care.
Unique Car Care. So if you guys are up in Massachusetts and you need a ceramic coat, make sure you hit them up, because this thing, it came out absolutely beautiful. I mean, you guys can see, hopefully on camera, just how nice this paint looks, how nice all the glass looks. This is super nice.
I've been wanting that for so long,
Dude, that looks so gnarly. Wow. Damn, dude. And there we have it, guys. Elantra delete and badge color change on the front and rear of a brand new, thanks Devin, Elantra N. If you guys made it this far, I genuinely appreciate you watching. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do that below for some more. That was terrible. If you guys made it this far, I genuinely appreciate you watching. Make sure you subscribe down below for more videos just like this, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. Dude, look at the camera. That's the thumbnail. That's so fun. I'm literally gonna take that screenshot. I'm gonna blur out the background, and that's the thumbnail.